No, all good. Good afternoon from Northbridge Oval. Sound check for Bulls Academy against Northwest Sydney Spirit. Round 16, NPL Women's. Kickoff is 2:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we're not far away from getting this match started on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. It is a battle of second against 13th, but don't let that fool you because Spirit are on a 3-game winning streak coming into this game. That's why I don't say anything silly in the sound check because that's right, I don't mind that. Yeah, there was one infamous incident of a guy saying, "Oh, good evening, who's going to be gambling on this game in Cambodia and Equatorial Guinea," and we clipped it up because we heard it on the hotline. You've always got to be careful. No, it's part of, if you... What's the biggest production you've done with sportscast? Have you done multi-camera stuff with it? No. So do you do the Australian camera? Okay, will you be there this week? Yeah, I hope so. Because I assume that I'll be back because they've got the contract for another 2 seasons. How much of it is at venue is probably not going to be much. Maybe the ones in Sydney, maybe Newcastle, but beyond that, I mean the draws are tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll find out. And there are teams in Cairns. There's a team from Darwin. Yeah, well, it would be. I imagine that would be a guaranteed remote call. Because 2 years ago I did a remote call to be going from Darwin, but it wouldn't have been double take. Then it would have been game face at the send. Well, it was the only time because previously Bar TV had done Australia Cup, and then they did such a shit job that they lost the contract, and then for 1 year a company called Game Face did it, and then double take it taken over. Yeah, I take double take. Well, I mean, but I guess sportscast is all about volume because they've got so many local footy leagues. They've got New South Wales and Victorian NPL. Like they've just got the cameras and the manpower, and they probably offer a really competitive price point because maybe they rip themselves off a bit to get the business. Whereas double take is kind of they're a level up from sportscast, and they haven't quite moved into the gap between NEP and Gravity. And then you might not have been in the country. You're in Global Advance, who have that head-league contract. Yeah, so obviously Global Advance was trying to get right in that sweet spot between good streaming and top-line TV, and it lasted 3 years. I mean, but for quite a while now, like what they were doing worked. It felt more like TV than streaming. But they just didn't get enough other clients, I think, to take them at a TV level rather than a streaming level. That was the big thing. Exactly. And I think Global Advance, they were up their ears in racing. They tried to get V8 supercars, neither of which I know anything about. They tried to get the contract for NPL basketball, and they just didn't win any of it. And A-League was the only thing they could hang their hat on. And then 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, 2023, it was 2024. 2024, it was all yeah. It's a shame. But compared to sportscast, we've been around since 2018, so almost 10 years now. And they've, Andrew, he used to work for a company called Red Onion Creative, who were largely a publishing company, doing, booklets, match day programs, things like that. And streaming was just kind of a division of their larger business. And so he broke away and started the sportscast and actually went all in on the stream. And I know that because I was one of the clients that was using his publishing service when he broke away. Yes. So, but it's good because I mean, you need it for this level, like because it's on scale, it's 8 men's and 7 women's games a weekend for 30 weeks. It's a lot of cameras, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, 30 weeks.
It's a lot.
Give it a go. too far away from getting started here at Northbridge, just waiting on the officiating crew and the referees to come out. Both teams eager to get started. For those of you wondering, today's match was moved to a 2:50 kickoff rather than the originally scheduled 2:40, so we might be waiting just a little bit while longer for the referees as a result, but certainly the two teams are already lined up, not far away from getting this match started. So the referees are with us and both teams are lined up, not far away from kick-off then. Good afternoon and welcome to round 16 in NPL Women's New South Wales. And don't be fooled by the ladder positions. It might be second versus 13th, but it is a completely new-look Spirit who are racing up the table at the moment in first grade and the club championship. And today they take on a Bulls Academy team who know that their title challenge will certainly rely on getting something out of games like today. They may have gone winless and without a single point through the entire first half of the season, Spirit, but their new look 11 is on a 3-game winning streak, and they take on their first really stern test against the defending premiers and champions in Bulls Academy here this afternoon. Good mild weather under some sun here at the Northbridge Oval, and both teams are out of the rooms and out onto the pitch. Let's get to the lineups for today's game. For the home side, Bulls Academy, 2 changes to the starting 11. Claudia Valletta and Jade Guichon come in, starting in goal, 1 Ashley Hughes, and then outfielders 2 Patria Phillips, 4 Gemma Ferris, 5 Liz Barwick-Gray, 8 Claudia Valletta, 9 Amber Luckmeyer, 11 Daniela Naimi, 12 Jasmine Melly, 13 Olivia Vanderland, 30 Sarah Hunter, and 33 Jade Guichon. For Spirit this afternoon, they make 1 change to the starting 11. India Breyer comes in, having been on the bench last week. And the lineup is Tiana Robertson wearing the number 12 in goal, 3 Erin Pridmore, 5 Olivia Page, 6 Ruby Sullivan, 7 Avani Prakash, 8 India Breyer, 9 Sky Helmerick, 10 Ella Abdul-Massi, 20 Tiana Fuller, 30 Naomi Chinema, and 39 Lara Gooch. Today's referee is Johan Pinto, assistants Charlie Hollings and Travis Griffith. So, relegation decided by the club championship, not just seniors, 4 points per point in seniors and equivalent points in the 23s. They actually play later this afternoon, but Spirit will know that if they win in seniors today and the Western City Rangers do not win their game this afternoon, that regardless of what happens in the 23s, they will be out of last place on the club championship, and they have already climbed out of last place on the table in senior first grade. They are up to 13th with their 3 wins in a row. Bulls Academy, by contrast, they're very much in a 3-team title race at the moment. That continues to have plenty of twists and turns as they pursue UNSW above them, and then Western Sydney Wanderers and Apia Leichhardt below them. Apia in some rotten form lately, so they've just lost pace with NSW on 39 points, Bulls on 36. And then Wanderers 33 and Apia 31. So a win today for Bulls, and they will go back to the top of the league on goal difference, at least before UNSW kick off their own game later. So all in readiness. For those of you not familiar with the teams, it's Bulls in the all black attacking the right of your screens in the first half, and that whistle gets us underway with Olivia Vanderland and Amber Luchtmeyer taking kickoff, and an early touch for the keeper, Tiana Robertson. And a long clearance from the keeper, out for an early throw. Thrown from the left side for one of the two ins for Bulls today, Claudia Valletta. And now through ball attempted from Guichon, intercepted by Erin Pridmore. Bouncing ball on the synthetic surface. Dealt with by Sarah Hunter, back to Gemma Ferris. And the first touch for the Bulls keeper, Ashley Hughes. Bulls trying to work down the left side of the pitch. Patria Phillips does well. And now Indiana Dos Santos. First start of the season for her today. Outside of the foot pass. A nice one to play through Guichon on the left. A low cross under the touch of Luchtmeyer. And then Daniela Naimi coming in from the opposite wing. Turning the first shot on target of the game, but not a powerful one. And what a great pass that was in the build-up. Naimi plays the ball to Luchtmeyer. Luchtmeyer into the 6-yard box. It's broken the hands of the keeper and followed in by Amber Luchtmeyer. And an early goal for Bulls. They set the tone. And we will learn a lot about this New Look Spirit team today, because they have gone behind to the defending premiers and champions. And it is one of their familiar sources of goals. Amber Luchtmeyer up for 7 for the campaign. And Tiana Robertson just found that shot a little bit too hot to handle on the initial attempt into the box. Phillips loops the ball over the shoulder. And so Bulls have got themselves a very early lead. Barely 2 minutes on the clock at Northbridge. It was 5-0 when these teams met earlier in the season, but it was a completely different 11 for Spirit in that game. But now their New Look team is going to have to find a response here if they want something out of this match. Here's Hunter, advancing for Bulls. Now Guichon on the wing against Ruby Sullivan. Cuts back onto the right side, puts in a cross, and totally unmarked in the middle. What a chance for Vanderland, and it's gone over the bar. And the Spirit defence completely lost Olivia Vanderland inside the 6-yard box, and that should have been 2 for Bulls. And now the press all the way into the penalty area is going to spill possession. Naimi trying to capitalise around Page. Cuts across, a high volley from Guichon. It's going to land right on the goal line. And this time Robertson is sure-handed making the catch. Well, this has been a blitz right out of the gate from the Bulls Academy today. And Spirit just trying to absorb at the moment. They get to build a meaningful attack of their own. Avani Prakash playing against the team she won the grand final with last season. Sends the ball to the left, and here's Fuller. One-on-one against Jasmine Melly. And Melly is defended down in the corner well. And in the end, the whistle goes. It will be an opportunity for Spirit, but this is their first real attack of note in the game, and they've given up a goal and a great chance for it to be 2. El Abdelmassi coming off a free kick goal last week. This one on an acute angle, might be looking for a teammate rather than going direct, but Bulls have put 2 in the wall. Goalkeeper looking into the sun as the free kick swings in, and Hughes able to collapse onto a save. It was on target in the end. And the goalkeeper, shielding her eyes from the sun, able to make the save with one grab. Long ball into the attacking half, brought down by Page. Phillips, Van der Laan. And now Naimi. Daniela Naimi running at India Breyer. Little step over was clever, and the cross low. Luchtmeyer at the near post, and the ball is cleared away by Breyer. Claudia Valletta is going to send it out to the left. Guichon resumes her duel with Sullivan, and this time Sullivan able to stick a tackle and clear the ball. Only as far as Hunter, though. Valletta. Concedes a bit of ground, back to Hunter. And now Ferris. Liz Gray with an attempted through ball, blocked by Breyer. Now Luchtmeyer in a tangle. India Breyer again, Naomi Chinema able to complete the pass, and now she looks out to the right. Up comes Valletta, wins the ball. Only briefly for the Bulls' cause, though. Pridmore finds Prakash. Prakash taking on Hunter. And the referee's seen an infringement, just a little bit too much grabbing going on. And free kick given. Header away by Barwick-Gray. As far as Guichon. Sarah Hunter. Back to Jasmine Melly. Patria Phillips. Now long ball, looking for Naimi. Trying to hold off India Breyer and take the ball out to the right. Breyer in pursuit. Naimi delivers across. Patria Phillips lays it off. Van der Laan. And now Valletta, first time attempt. And Robertson down to what she would have seen as the right-hand post. Unable to make the save. Daniela Naimi getting behind on the right side. She's put in a couple of dangerous crosses in the game already. Now Sky Halmerick. She's going to shoot from distance here, Halmerick, and dragged the shot. It would have been tumbling off target, but Hughes came over to collect regardless. Up to the halfway line. Olivia Page brings the ball down. Prakash. Now Page hits the left sideline. Tiana Fuller, good first touch, able to sprint away from Melly. And then looking up at Liz Barwick-Gray. Those two were teammates at the Central Coast Mariners in the A-League this season. And Fuller not able to get past the Bulls defender here. So down in the shadows on the near touchline. Here's the throw-in. Page cuts away from Luchtmeyer. Trying to weave through. Halmerick takes possession. Able to turn and face, but from a standing start, looking for Sullivan. And the backtracking Guichon was able to follow the Spirit wing back all the way and defend the ball clear. So Ruby Sullivan, referee insisting the throw-in take place a bit closer to where the ball went out. Prakash turning with the ball, sends it to Halmerick, trying to swing it across. It takes a big deflection off Valletta and then cleared away by Hunter. And Dan Barrett, the Spirit coach, will come over and take the ball. Opposite number, Marty Garces, standing at the edge of his technical area. Page, Chinema, And here's Naomi for Bulls as they look to launch a counter-attack. Phillips not able to get to the ball before Sullivan. Now an exchange of headers. Chinema. And Sullivan trying to find a way through. Here's Prakash. Avani Prakash going to work. And Phillips steers her away from the penalty area. Sullivan to Chinema. And in looking for Fuller, outstepped Jasmine Melly. Did well to win the ball. And then gives away the free kick. And the Bulls bench certainly believe that Melly was actually fouled first, but the referee has signalled it Spirit's way. So Ella Abdul-Masih, we saw an earlier free kick on a more acute angle. This one a bit further away. We'll inevitably be looking for Sky Halmerick in the air here. Players shield their eyes from the sun as the ball comes in. It's not clear just yet. An up and under header. It's going to land right on the goal line. And a good claim from Hughes. After the up and under header from Barwick Gray, put it up into dangerous territory. Lukmayev flicking the ball on. Naomi blocked by Page. Abdul-Masih trying to switch flanks onto the head of Valletta. Halmerick volleys it down. Lara Gooch takes a touch inside. Trying to step through and find a teammate with the pass, but it's blocked away. Barwick Gray charging out of defence. Only as far as Breyer. Breyer's low ball and Ferris clears. Here's Pridmore going back to Robertson. Press all the way from Vanderland. Spirit able to pass their way through. Chinema, an apology as the ball slides out. No deflection, so it will be a Bulls Academy throw. Throwing down the line from Melly. Here's Daniela Naimi. Olivia Page has come across to try and shut her down here. And the ball finds its way out for a goal kick.
And then he's talking. He has no idea.
I woke up, I haven't watched the game yet. I woke up and all of my knees were already.
No pretensions of a short goal kick this time. Straight onto the head of Halmerick. It's been intercepted by Barwick Gray. Fuller able to spill possession out to Lara Gooch on the wing. Gooch trying to build into the game, finds Fuller. Fuller over to Breyer. And that one runs away from India Breyer and out. We'll give you the benches at the next break in play. Team sheet appeared right on kickoff, so we've got Spirit's bench sorted out now. It was just the one change to the starting 11 with India Breyer coming in for Shani Cooney Cross in today's 11, who is not on the bench among the subs. Here's Breyer breaking down the left, and this time it will be a corner for Spirit. Ella Abdul-Masih immediately calls to the ball kids so she can take the corner. And it is quite a tall Spirit team, so they'll have a good aerial matchup against Barwick Gray and Ferris of the Bulls Academy, with targets like Pridmore and Page and Halmerick of their own. Here's Abdul-Masih with the corner, and Hughes a good double fist clearance. The follow-up from Gooch is immediately blocked away, and it spills out to the sideline where Hunter is able to draw a throw-in. So, bench today for Bulls Academy, Lily Taylor, second goalkeeper, and then Sienna Hawkins, Anna Hogarth Scott, Indiana Dos Santos, Tamira Souza, Asha Franklin and Ardwin Surjan. And only 5 listed on the bench for Spirit today, and they are Elise Opatisano, Talia Viscanian, Harper Pell, Frankie Morrow and Alexia Fauna. Hunter with a solid header. It's going to rear up in midfield. Who's going to bring the bouncing ball to ground? Vanderlaan immediately challenged by Prakash. And Prakash breaks away with the ball. Through the right for Gooch. Trying to cut inside here. Lara Gooch, left-footed shot is a pearler. What a good goal. And Lara Gooch equalises for Spirit. And you saw the intent there as soon as she cut inside onto her left. And it was a well-executed shot beyond the leap of Ashley Hughes in goal. And it's 1-1 at Northbridge. And it is a first senior goal of the season for Lara Gooch, one of the swathe of A-League players that have chosen to play for Spirit this winter, coming back from Adelaide United. And she had very limited game time over summer, but we've seen her talent. She is a former young Matilda, and it was on show there with an excellent shot that has brought this game level. And Spirit will feel like they're good value for it, because after conceding in the first 2 minutes, they have grown into the game, and now they have level pegging. And it looks like we might be on for a really good contest today between these two teams, and perhaps a high-scoring one as well. Abdul Massi was looking further afield. Guishon held her up temporarily. Now Prakash. Abdul Massi continued to run. Squeezes the ball back to Prakash. And then Barwick Gray comes through with a good challenge and sends the ball long. Just a little too long for Luchtmeyer to go and chase after, though. Luchtmeyer able to intercept the pass. Chinema able to win the ball back immediately. Bulls thought there might have been a foul in there, but the referee had a perfect view. Held the whistle. And now Spirit attacking. Gooch. Flag stays down here. Out comes the keeper. And clears away Hughes. I think the flag might have gone up late if it was. And the goalkeeper got there in the nick of time. End-to-end stuff at the moment. Both teams challenging. Here's Guishon. Keeps the ball in. Sullivan getting goal side. Guishon tries to find a burst of acceleration, and Sullivan has to clear for a corner. Well, there are good duels going on both sides of the pitch, with Naomi running at India Breyer on one flank and Jade Guishon taking on Ruby Sullivan on the other. We've got news of a goal at Dapto. UNSW have scored against Illawarra Stingrays, so the league leaders are in front in their game this afternoon. And so Bulls, their ambitions of keeping pace at the top of the league require a win today. Can they retake the lead right here? Petria Phillips with the corner. A packed 6-yard box to aim for. Players crowding the goal line. Here comes the corner from Phillips. High, looping. Ferris gets the first header but can't steer it back into the mixer, and out it slides.
It looks like she's playing for a sibling team. Like, you know when like your younger sibling has to fill in? But then they always feel like the best player on the field. But you see the run? She's done it.
Goal kick from Robertson. Phillips chasing a loose ball. Scoop pass, only as far as Chinema. Now Sullivan heads it back to Pridmore. Hunter lunges out to the ball. Tried to thread the eye of the needle to Phillips, couldn't find it. Now Prakash takes over possession against the sideline. Here's Page. Got to be careful with Luchtmeyer pressing. And clearance, no nonsense from Robertson. But straight back into possession of the Bulls. Hunter to Breyer. Through comes Ferris. With a swarm of bodies, and Luchtmeyer's won a free kick here for Bulls, right in front of their own bench. No one standing over this free kick. It's because Gemma Ferris wants to do the referee's job here and measure out the wall. Look at this. Gemma Ferris is taking charge and insisting that there's not 10 yards between the ball and the wall. The argument continues. El Abdul Massi and Sky Halmerick argue their case. I think Abdul Massi can see the funny side of it. So here's the free kick after much anticipation. Ferris curving it to the penalty spot. It's allowed to bounce in the area. A looping header from Barwick Gray and then held on to by Robertson. And I guess that's why there was the insistence on having the wall far enough back to deliver a cross like that.
Pressure, pressure, pressure! Up, 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 up!
Here's Valletta stepping out of defence. Barwick Gray from the sideline looking for runners. The ball just holds up. Sullivan challenged by Vanderland. And now Vanderland, good first touch to bring the ball down. Trying to find a gap. Here's Guichon sliding it to Phillips. Phillips just couldn't get it through to Luckmeyer though. And it's cleared away. UNSW scored in the first 10 seconds away at Illawarra Stingrays. A really early goal, more or less from kickoff. So they lead 1-0. Looks like Chloe Smith in their game. And it's 1-1 here. And to Luckmeyer in just the second minute. So early goals in a couple of the games for the title contenders. Crunching challenge. Phillips. Now Vanderland. And that pass long down to the keeper. Page. On ball, but no attackers breaking after that one, so it'll be an easy collect for the Bulls. Naimi waiting for Jasmine Melly to break down the right sideline and then goes inside instead. Phillips trying to squeeze the ball back through the right. Chinema. Now Melly. Barwick Gray. Off the head of Page. I think the central referee's blown for offside there. Now the assistant referee agrees. Ali Garces turns away with a grin on his face, but offside call coming from the central referee first on that one. Hunter. Now Phillips. Finds the run of Valletta. Valletta onto her right side, hoping for Luckmeyer. And Luckmeyer squeezes it in. Persistence pays. And the golfing celebration, as has become familiar. Attacking down towards the golf course here at Northbridge. And it's 2-1 to Bulls Academy, both of them from Amber Luckmeyer. And that one really was just willing herself onto a bouncing ball there. Awkward for the Spirit defenders around the ball. Robertson and Breyer, neither of them able to be decisive in clearing the ball away. And Amber Luckmeyer needed just a little glance to steer it in. And she's got her 7th and 8th goals of the season. And we are barely a quarter of the way through the day's action. And so the ebb and flow of this game goes back in the home side's favour once again. But we've seen some quality from Spirit. But they haven't been able to show us much in attack for the last 6 or 7 minutes or so. So Bulls will feel like they're back on top. Might just be one of those games today. Here's Ferris, hurried into a high clearance. Naimi brings the ball down, had Hunter in support. And now Hunter tries to release Naimi down the right. And clever defending from Page as it deflects out of Naimi for a goal kick. Abdul-Masih, Prakash. Breyer had to hurry. Lukai was closing down. Chinema. And Ruby Sullivan getting forward. Wishon made a challenge. Sullivan back to Pridmore. Page looking for a gap in the midfield. Phillips intercepts and then lunged into by Avani Prakash and giving away a free kick. Marty Garces asking for a card from the assistant referee, doing the card gesture. Both teams want their playmakers protected. Avani Prakash draws a lot of fouls, but was the offender giving away the free kick on that occasion. Ferris, long free kick to the edge of the box. Page, the header, out to left back. Breyer, and with the aid of a deflection, it'll be a Spirit throw-in. Long ball from Page, headed away by Valletta. Halmerick brings the ball down. Hunter. Here's Valletta. Set a step over on the ball. Claudia Valletta advancing now. Finds Naomi. Tough pass to control. Able to wheel back and send it into the box. Vanderland making a run and struck it with no power. And Olivia Vanderland again able to evade the defence, but couldn't lash it on a tight angle back towards goal. Abdul-Masih taking the shot, blocked immediately by Hunter. Now Phillips. Sarah Hunter, quick head check for what's on. Lookmeyer's on a hat-trick, don't forget. Amber Lookmeyer takes the strike and held at the near post by Robertson. 2 goals in pocket already for Amber Lookmeyer. Golden Boot season before last. Ball here over the head of last season's Golden Boot, Sky Halmerick. Not able to bring the ball down on that occasion. Sullivan intercepts the ball. Chinema caught in possession by Phillips. And then a grab from Chinema. And first yellow card of the game goes to Naomi Chinema of Spirit. Playing a midfield role today, Naomi Chinema. We're so used to seeing her playing across the defensive line, but she's working in front of them today. Page and Pridmore, the 2 centre-backs for Spirit. Chinema in defensive midfield. There's a long ball for Naomi. Did it get a touch off Breyer? It must have. She clears away. Only as far as Hunter. Phillips. Now Guashon improvises a volley. And it's held on one bounce by Robertson. Spirit haven't been able to swing the game back in their favour since falling 2-1 down. Feels like Bulls are still firmly on top at the moment. Hunter wins the ball for Phillips. Now Vanderland. And cleared away by Chinema. Millie's throw in. Looking for Amber Lookmeyer. Can she keep the ball in? She does. Well, no, does not. The referee does sound the whistle and the flag is up. Went long. Out for a goal kick first. It's not quite overcast, but the sun has just gone away here at Northbridge. A little windier at the moment. Still excellent conditions for the game, though. Players won't need to shield their eyes from the sun, at least for now. Melly's header. Barwick Gray. Hunter holding off Abdul Massey. Chinema comes through. Phillips can't quite find Lookmeyer. Gooch, the Spirit goal scorer, trying to get back engaged with the game as it breaks kindly for Bulls instead, all the way to the left sideline. Here's Guichon. Looking up at Sullivan. Jade Guichon breaks left, fashions across, and it was a teasing ball, but Daniela Naimi was coming in from very wide on the right, and that allowed India Bryant to peel away with possession. Only briefly though, Bulls win it back. Now pass out to the left side, which misses its target. Marty Garces having a word to one of his substitutes, Demiro Souza. Looking around the pitch to see if there's anyone struggling, and it doesn't appear as though there is. Well, important goal in the relegation battle. Western City Rangers have taken the lead against Gladesville Ravens. So Spirit currently trailing here. The results have gone their way today. We'll stay with play. Here's Vanderland trying to find a cross, and it has bounced out for a corner. Coming into today on the club championship, Spirit were only a point behind Western City Rangers. So Western City desperately needing a win in the seniors today. They have started with a goal, and they're in front, so it could be massive for them. Still a lot of the afternoon still to be played. And like previous corners for Bulls, again, they have packed the goal line with players waiting for the delivery from Petria Phillips. High looping, and Barwick Gray is up and putting the header on the roof of the net for a goal kick. Page. Fuller. Through comes Hunter. And now Petria Phillips, a scoop pass. Lookmeyer trying to get in front of Prakash. And too much from the attacker. Rather than a corner, it will be a foul. Here's Hunter again. Ball surging forward. Hunter takes a shot and easily held casually by Robertson. But it's all Bulls at the moment. Spirit looking for a way to flip the field at the moment. They have spent very little time down in attack. Here's a change for them. Halmerick able to win the ball, but immediately under pressure from Barwick Gray. Halmerick turns and fires it into the 6-yard box. It was sliding across the target as Valletta intercepted. And it finds its way out for a Spirit throw in. And importantly, there's been a goal for Stingrays, so they are now level against UNSW. Given their struggles scoring goals in recent weeks, that's massive for Stingrays. It could be massive as far as the title race as well. Here's Halberick trying to turn, not able to get any power on that attempt. Diagonal ball for Bulls. Guichon takes possession. Cuts inside and lifts a shot. Going to go high and wide.
Like, your mother broke your brother's hip?
No. Okay. My mum broke her hip by herself and my brother broke his arm by himself. Fell down. And then this one took Oh, and my dad has it.
Do you have like a personal physio?
Yes. I want to be a physio.
Pridmore.
The amount of pain by physio.
Ferris plays the ball to Guishon. Finds Hunter.
What's the one on the pitch?
Hunter back to Guishon.
You would think when you
Building up the speed. Had an attempt just a moment ago. This one's going to slide through the penalty area. Naomi will retrieve it. Trying to keep the attack going against Breyer. Cuts back to Phillips. Now Hunter. Ball spins out to left back for Spirit. Breyer able to step away from danger. Tries for the long pass. Half volleyed straight back by Ferris. Phillips. Now bouncing towards Chinema. Nods it straight to Phillips. Here's Guishon. Trying to step through traffic. And too many bodies in the way. Tiana Fuller able to escape down the left sideline. Coming from Melly. Naomi.
And all the comments just think just like me for real. And the
Coming from Melly. Guishon popping up on the right flank this time. He's going to put the pressure on Page. The clearance straight to Vanderland. Immediately confronted by Prakash. Naomi, a high looping cross. Lookmeyer leapt under the ball. And that allows it to bounce into the gloves of Robertson. Sullivan to Chinema. Now Valletta. Spirit just can't escape their defensive half at the moment. Pridmore couldn't make the intercept. Vanderland was challenging and Page clears. Fuller not able to take the ball with her. She touches it on. Hunter. Second goal for Western City Rangers. They lead Bladesville 2-0. So, could be a massive shake-up in the relegation battle today.
Or it's sarcastic and a really skinny girl.
10 Bulls show a bit of killer instinct and a cutting edge here. The game is on their terms. It's being played almost exclusively in their attacking half. Can they establish a 2-goal buffer though? Chinema into the head of Barwick Gray. Melly has to hurry. Finds Phillips with the pass. Back to Jasmine Melly. Bryer's throw in. Abdul Massi. Prakash. And in steps Naomi to win the ball. Trying to advance it. Finds Vanderland with the pass. And now Luchtmeyer hugging the right sideline. Couldn't keep it in. Luchtmeyer trying to take the game on. This time it'll be a Bulls throw.
I don't even know who the phone is.
You know? Exactly. You know exactly.
Naomi Whitmire, an exchange of headers. Bryant trying to clear. Abdul Massi, Halmerick. Through comes Barwick Gray. Hunter. Now a switch of flanks. Lots of open space for Valletta to roam into. Rashon against the left sideline. Underlapping run from Phillips. Phillips cross through the 6-yard box. It'll find Naomi. Vanderland tees it up. And that was vital from Gooch. And now the counter-attack launched by Fuller. Abdul Massi chasing Barwick Gray. Lunges. Abdul Massi. Oh, the referee's paid a penalty. And Spirit will go to the spot with a chance to equalise. Taking a look at the stream, which we have the advantage of. Yeah, the lunge from Liz Barwick Gray, enough to convince the referee that there was too much player and not enough of the ball. And the penalty's been given. And having been on the back foot for most of the last 15 minutes, this is a chance for Spirit to equalise against the run of play here. In a first half where Bulls have been the better team, they may not have a great deal to show for it here. It looks as though it's Ella Abdul-Massi who is going to take the spot kick here with Ashley Hughes waiting in goal. So, Spirit, the chance to draw level. Ella Abdul-Massi with the penalty kick. Short run up to Ella Abdul-Massi, and she puts it over the bar. Bulls keep their 2-1 lead, and Spirit missed the chance to equalise. And the crowd here at Northbridge Oval certainly enjoyed it. Dan Barrett, the Spirit coach, remains seated on the bench, and just a shake of the head from Marty Garces, still unhappy about the decision to pay the penalty in the first place. Abdul-Massi, who has found the back of the net twice in the last month, not able to add to her tally there, and a big moment passes for Spirit. I wonder if Bulls are going to resume their dominance of open play here. Guichon, a clever pass to set Phillips away, and out comes Robertson to field a bouncing ball. Pridmore's pass finds Halmerick. Halmerick switching flanks where Fuller has got a bit of space. Across comes Melly to close it down. Tiana Fuller, a high cross. Halmerick makes the run, got to the ball, but the line loomed large and she ran out of space. Well, Western City Rangers are now 3-0 up against Gladesville, so a boil over at Christie Park today. Vanderland. A little push from Pridmore. And the referee eventually pays the foul. Ferris, a long free kick. Naomi able to run onto it on the bounce, and it sat up for a half volley. And that was clever from Daniela Naomi. Able to read the ball best in flight and just nudge India Breyer under the ball. And she broke onto it and half volleyed it high and away. Into the last minute of regulation time in the first half here at Northbridge. Haven't had any major delays. No fourth official, so stoppage will be at the discretion of the referee.
Where the hell did he make the road great to get half on the
Hunter hands the ball back to Ferris. And Phillips around the corner. Glancing on Breyer. Brings it under control. Back to Robertson. Vanderland pressing all the way to the keeper. And now Pridmore given the hurry up by Guashon. It's all a bit scrambled by Spirit, but they keep the ball. And now they break away. Breyer, long ball. Halmerick deflecting it on. Gooch to Abdul Massi, looking to make amends for the penalty miss. She's going to run onto the ball here. Sent wide by Melly. Abdul Massi keeping the ball. And outside the penalty area it goes. India Breyer now with a bending attempt that deflates. Lands on the roof of the net. Hughes might have had it covered, but that looked dangerous off the boot initially. So half-time looming at Northbridge. And the half-time whistle goes. So, not an open game in the first 20 minutes or so. An exchange of goals. Amber Lookmeyer needed just 2 minutes to put Bulls Academy in front. The equaliser came from Lara Gooch, and then Bulls really took over general play. They were able to go back in front with Amber Lookmeyer's second of the game and a late penalty against the run of play for Spirit. Missed by Ella Abdul Massi. Gives us a half-time score of Bulls Academy 2, NWS Spirit 1. Stay with us on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. We'll be back for live descriptions of the second half in about 15 minutes. But for now, that halftime score is 2-1 in favour of the Bulls.
Field switches it out to the far side for Page. Abdul Massi crossing it in. Sky Halmerick up for the header. And what a goal there. Sky, perfect position here for the ball. And it proved that she did. She's whipped that into the bottom corner there. So a massive change in Spirit personnel. Chance here for Fuller to get the shot away. And she has gotten the shot away and just through the fingers there. Excellent whipped in free kick there and rebounding off and tapped it in the...
So 2 straight starts for her after signing as Vanderlaan goes into the box. Short pass away to Phillips. Phillips shoots, gets it past Sophia Fante. And Patria Phillips has the opener here. Looking for Sarkis here on the near side. Put up into the air by Jasmine Melly. Lookmeyer in behind the defensive line. Lookmeyer lines up the shot, beats Sophia Fante, and it's 2-0. That's goal number 5. Corner comes in. Headed down by Barwick Gray. Ferris has put it home. And it's 3 for the Bulls. The Rams players want offside. Lookmeyer goes into the box. Across. Looking for Phillips. It'll be pushed away by Liana Luong. Only as far as Janaea Dos Santos. Cuts back on the left. Janaea Dos Santos off the underside of the crossbar. We've got 3 kickoffs at 5 p.m. Amber Lookmeyer into the box. Lookmeyer shoots. Lookmeyer at the double. And Amber does indeed have the answer.
Got shut off, and now it's Anton. Anton will just slide a ball onto her right. On the field now, should note his grass as well. So there's the header by Gordon. Oh, Gordon! Again, we'll look to her right. She does go to McMahon. McMahon can't take the shot. Ball slides into the middle. Beth Gordon's got a chance to make it a double. Beth Gordon! Make it 3. Roche makes the first save. Evans hits the bar, bounces back. Finally, it's in. Mortlock sweeping up. And the Northern Tigers lead 3-0.
That one's been turned in. Goal to UNSW. There's the opener we were talking about.
It's a 2-0 loss to the Wanderers and then a 1-0 loss to Spirit. On the attack here, trying to get a quick one. Trimmers, that's a good ball in towards Nathan. And she taps it in. Bates. Low cross, it's flicked on. And that's a fantastic header. Just what they were after. Committed. And now Kerr has stayed on side here. It's with Kerr. She gets the touch and gets her second goal of the night to put Manly in front on the 88th. Just her 7th start of the campaign here tonight in all competitions. That concludes the 23s. Trimis is getting forward herself. An Olympic equaliser.
Let's come out here to Pepino on the charge. Surrounded by uni players. Still going is Pepino. Nearly got the pass away to Karmas. Pepino with an early goal for the Gladesville Ravens. And there it is, top left corner from Asher Sutton.
In the corner goes Davidson's attacking. It gets the header, and they're celebrating. And is it going to count? It is. So a bit of confusion, but there you go. Keeps it moving on the left-hand side. There's 2 of them there as Capitanelis crosses in and just about kept it out, but there's a header, and that'll be put in. So they weren't behind for long, and Apia Laika, I think it's Fongsongkan getting the celebrations. Now Walker, good ball, Capitanelis, and now little prod. Here's Fongsongkan left side of the box, squares it, and a chance for Letta, and Ashley Letta has slammed it into the back of the net. And Apia will be... That is a good touch from both fields, directing the runners, so Capitanelis. The cut inside, beats the challenge now. This is a good shooting option. Capitanelis, what a brilliant goal to make it 3-1. Cutting inside, that left foot absolutely deadly. That's boomed forward by Norval. Now, Fonsokan stayed on side. We'll give chase, he'll get to this one. A little fake. Now, Fonsokan, great work. Chance here, and just goes. That is wonderful. Susan Fonsokan. Off the long
So both teams back out on the pitch for the start of the second half, not far away from kicking off the action as the shadows creep across the ground. It's the home side, Bulls Academy, enjoying a 2-1 lead against NWS Spirit in this round 16 NPL Women's Clash. And we're back underway with Spirit chasing a 2-1 deficit at the moment. A double from Amber Luckmeyer in the first half gives Bulls their advantage, and Warragooch scored a goal back for Spirit. Straight away, Tiana Fuller chasing the ball out towards the left sideline. Doesn't appear as though any subs have occurred at half-time. Bulls, Ashley Hughes in goal, Claudia Valletta left back, Jasmine Melly right back, and then centre backs Liz Barwick-Gray and Jenny Ferris. Come back to the lineups in a moment because here's a chance for Olivia Vanderland. swept the right foot at the ball, but didn't quite get the connection. Gianna Robertson was out of her line, and even with just a little bit of force, that might have found a way past, but not to be. Continuing to look at the Bulls lineup. Midfield, Sarah Hunter, Petria Phillips, and then here's Luchtmeyer on the turn, deflected and cleared high and away by Sullivan. Header from Melly, Phillips. And now Halmerick around the corner. Lara Gooch, the goal scorer for Spirit, takes possession here. Trying to burst forward. Bulls getting back to cover though. Gooch looking for a gap, and now a left-footed attempt over the bar. He's running onto an increasingly tight angle though, in order to try and find space. But yeah, almost a 4-2-4 for the Bulls, because they've got Petria Phillips and Sarah Hunter in midfield, and then two out-and-out wingers in Jade Bushon on the left and Daniela Naimi on the right, and then a front two, Amber Luchtmeyer and Olivia van der Laan. So that's what they look like at the moment. Spirit, Tiana Robertson in goal, Ruby Sullivan right back, India Breyer left back, and then centre backs Erin Pridmore and Olivia Page. In midfield, Naomi Chinema, Avani Prakash and Lara Gooch, and then front three, Sky Halmerick, Ella Abdul-Masih and Tiana Fuller. And here is Abdul-Masih, able to turn and face. Fuller receives the ball, is going to load up on her left side, and a good save round the post. Hughes with an outstretched hand to tip it just around the right-hand post and out. And that is a promising sign for Spirit as they chase the equaliser here. And Ella Abdul-Masih, who was on set-piece duty in the first half, has got a corner kick here to try and swing the ball in. Abdul-Masih, a drifting corner to the edge of the box. Fuller nods it on. Page attempting a volley and then headed away by van der Laan over the shoulder from Phillips, and that's going to set Hunter away. The runners are breaking. Look at Olivia Page storming back into defence here for Spirit. Luchtmeyer receives the pass, and then Halmerick, the centre-back, centre forward appearing at centre-back, is able to blast it away out for a throw-in. Throw-in for Bulls. Chinema, and now Breyer. Bouncing over the head of Gooch. And Ferris with a shallow clearance. Lara Gooch hurdles past a challenge. Ferris gets back goal side. Lara Gooch tries to cut right here, and she's dragged down, and it's a penalty. And Spirit, who had a penalty at the end of the first half, have another at the start of the second. And this time there's a yellow card as well for Gemma Ferris committing the foul. Lara Gooch there up against Gemma Ferris. Those two were young Matilda's teammates back in 2023. And where there was a bit of consternation about the penalty call in the first half, there is none here. And Ella Abdul-Masih has been taken off penalty duty, and Sky Halmerick now has the ball. So, can Spirit get it right from the spot this time and draw level? They've had a bright start, only minutes into the second 45. Now they get the chance to level up the game. Halmerick has 3 for the season, taking aim at number 4 here. Ashley Hughes waits in goal. It's Halmerick, and it's a good penalty. Goalkeeper out of the equation, stepping in the opposite direction, and Halmerick just rolled it into the bottom left corner. It's 2-2. And this match is delivering. And it looks as though, with a bit of renewed vigour, Spirit have come out, and they're taking the game on here at the start of the second 45. So Gemma Ferris joins Naomi Chinema on a yellow card. Only 2 shown for the game. And Bulls, who controlled long phases of the first half, now go to work again. Here's Jade Bushon. Receiving the pass, wants to cut onto her right. Sullivan won't let her. Bushon tried to scoop the ball over to Valletta, but it's cleared away. Dan Barrett waving from the technical area. Spent a lot of the first half on the bench. He's now up, prowling the touchline, just like his counterpart, Marty Garces. I can tell you that down at Illawarra, it's UNSW leading Stingrays 2-1 at half-time, so they look set to keep top spot for another week if they can hold that scoreline. And over at Christie Park, apologies in the first half, I had it back to front. It is Gladesville 3 leading Western City Rangers 0. So if Spirit can win today and Western City Rangers don't in seniors, then they will be out of last place in the club championship. Robertson out to Olivia Page. And Page pushing it down the line. Breyer couldn't control the ball. Here's a chance for Hunter, sweeping her right foot through it. And blocked away by Pridmore. Petria Phillips now, and it's parried, and Jade Bouchon puts the follow-up into the side netting. Well, it was a reflex reaction there for the striker Bouchon. And luck's a fortune for Tiana Robertson, who really offered the ball up. And having a look at the replay, that should have been Bulls in front for a third time today. They've had some chances. You think back to Olivia Vanderland back in the first half when it was only 1-0. That one, perhaps an even higher probability of scoring than the one we've just seen a moment ago. Hunter shouts of handball as it bounced up. Halmerick just plays on, off the head of Ferris. Prakash, dispossessed by Hunter. Now Phillips. Hunter. Vanderland. Sullivan. Clever touch from Claudia Valletta. Bouchon not able to keep the ball in. Hunter. Looking to switch flanks. Daniela Naimi breaking into the box. Naimi, deflected cross away. Looping out for a corner off Olivia Page. And that was one thing that was characteristic in the first half. Bulls winning possession back in their attacking half. Really trapping Spirit in. And they've done it again here to win themselves a corner. So a corner kick, the last little bits of sunshine as the sun has come back from out behind a cloud. As this corner is sent in by Petria Phillips. High out swinger, allowed to bounce in the penalty area. Breyer chasing it towards the line, but the assistant referee is flagging. And it was last touch, seemingly off a Bulls player, so it is going to be a goal kick. So half-time score has come through from Christie Park. Gladesville 4, leading Western City Rangers 0. So if Spirit can complete the comeback and win today, they will be off the bottom of the club championship. They are already off the bottom of the ladder in first grade. But of course the club championship factors in 23s, and 23s have not played yet between these two. They actually followed this game later this afternoon. Fuller. Tried a first-time pass. Indiana Dos Santos is going through the last of her preparation before getting subbed on. Her return from 12 months out with an ACL last weekend in the win against MacArthur Rams. Looks set to continue with some increased minutes here today. No signs of activity for Spirit as far as substitutes just yet. They've only got 5 on the bench in first grade today. Here's Halmerick. Gooch trying to stay on side, actually had to dart back behind the defender, and that's robbed her of a metre or two here. She might have been half a chance to chase it down, had it timed just a little bit better, but she had to curve and get back on side before herring after that ball. First half hat-trick for Lena Karmas at Christie Park. So Gladesville on song today. Aerial duel. Vanderland flicking it on. Not quite to the advantage of Luchtmeyer. Bushon and Sullivan. Bushon nudges the ball on. Vanderland. Sullivan doubling back. Prakash there helping out and finds Gooch. Now Gooch holds the ball up. Midfielders able to surround her and win possession away. Valletta to Ferris. Barwick Gray. Spirit pressing a bit more in the second half now. Sullivan wills herself onto the header. A great header and finds its way to Abdul Massi. And now Sullivan continues her run. Across at full flight, looking for Halmerick. Headed away by Barwick Gray. Strong defending from the Bulls. And Bushon able to turn out of trouble and clear. And wins a foul as well. So here comes the first sub of the game. It's Indiana Dos Santos. 12 minutes into the second half. And it's going to be Olivia Vanderland who makes way. Able to add to her 11 goals for the season today. And on comes Dos Santos. And her comeback from injury continues. And she can have a really meaningful say in the game this afternoon. Came on last week with Bulls home and hosed against MacArthur Rams. Today, she comes on with the game level, and there's a match to be won. Olivia Page wins the ball away. Breyer uses her left foot to drive it long. Halmerick flags up. Tight call. Razor thin call, but not too much protesting happening on the Spirit bench. So, assistant referee got that spot on. Charlie Hollings over on the near side. Bulls straight back on the attack themselves. Here's Phillips, and now Luchtmeyer. Ball sits up at the edge of the box. Petria Phillips cuts back out to the right, looking for Naimi. Daniela Naimi down in the corner against India Breyer, able to keep the ball. Puts it into the near post. Luchtmeyer trying to volley, trying to bring it under control. Clearance only goes as far as Melly. And now Dos Santos, first involvement for her off the bench. Naimi. Luchtmeyer's pass, intercepted by Avani Prakash. Halmerick. Abdul Massi. Phillips backtracking, won the ball away. And here's Claudia Valletta. Phillips has got Bushon calling for the ball on the left wing. It's been a good duel between her and Ruby Sullivan on this flank. Bushon against Sullivan and able to earn a corner kick. Sullivan didn't let her pass, but Bushon still able to earn a set piece. So as we tick up to the hour mark, Petria Phillips has another set piece opportunity for Bulls. Liz Barwick Gray and Gemma Ferris both at the back post. Here comes the corner. Phillips, high. Gooch was the high flyer for the initial header, and then Chinema gets the ball away. India Breyer. Not much going on ahead of the ball, but pops it out into space for Fuller to run onto. Across comes Melly, and wins the throw-in away. Dos Santos immediately caught by Page. Now there's a scrap for the ball. Other side protecting it. Prakash knows how to find a way to weave through in space. Pridmore. Chinema. Sullivan. Mara Gooch calling for a long ball, but that one's going to go too long. Sullivan bombs away and sends it out for a goal kick.
I love these screams. Just there. But honestly, I've done that quite a few times. You just like keep them all up and hope your strikers get. Yeah, it's like, oh. It's like end of the game. your back end of it. Like, you know what? You're the fresh leg, pick it up.
So, Hughes with the restart for Bulls. Over the head of Luchtmeyer. Pridmore nods it down. Phillips. Sarah Hunter. Looking to accelerate. Prakash chasing. Guishon. Finds a gap for Luchtmeyer. Amber Luchtmeyer jags left. Rolls it through the 6-yard box. And both Bulls wingers in this front four are very wide. It's not the first time we've seen Daniel and Amy very wide in the penalty area when a teasing ball came through the box. Spirit sling up the other end. Abdul Massi, good little sidestep. Advances to the edge of the box. It's Ella Abdul Massi! What a good strike. Spirit take the lead. And they have come out looking like a different team in the second half. And in the 62nd minute, Phillips, Halmerick. Eventually regains her balance to clear. And we're going to play her down here for Spirit. Looks like Olivia Page is a little sore. For those of you watching, welcome back. We've had Amber Luchtmeyer score a third goal for her hat-trick, only for Sky Halmerick to make it 4-3 with her second of the game. It's been an instant classic here this afternoon, and we've still got 10 minutes plus stoppage to go. Ferris plays the ball to Valletta. Hogarth Scott. Gooch working with Prakash, and then an incisive pass finds Abdul Massi, can't quite set away Fuller. Ferris covering. And now Phillips over to Luchtmeyer. Amber Luchtmeyer through a gap for Dos Santos. Luchtmeyer advances onto the return ball, surrounded by defenders, and the numbers prevail, but not without a ricochet that ends up on target for Tiana Robertson to have to collect. And any attempts to time waste are getting shut down immediately. So just to recap what's happened since half-time when it was 2-1 to Bulls. Sky Halmerick equaliser for 2-2. Ella Abdul Massi scored in the 62nd minute to make it 3-2. Only to be cancelled out by Amber Luchtmeyer's hat-trick goal in the 66th minute. Here goes Liz Barwick-Gray. She's gone forward here. Crunched, and legally so, by Naomi Chenema, who makes a last-ditch tackle and saves the day for Spirit. Oh, that was courageous defending. It was all or nothing. Given that Chenema's on a yellow, it was either going to be a clean tackle or it was going to be a penalty, and in all likelihood a red card, and Chenema got it spot on. Throw in Sullivan. Phillips, it's Petria Phillips with a lob off the crossbar and out. It dipped late. Too late to end up on target. So just to continue the recap, Luchtmeyer's equaliser in the 66th minute, and then in the 77th, Sky Halmerick with a turn and strike that was too powerful for Ashley Hughes and found its way in for her second goal of the game. And that's what gives us this 4-3 scoreline, combined with Western City Rangers currently down 5-0 against the Gladesville Ravens. This would take Spirit out of the relegation zone in the club championship, and they would be looking up at the likes of Illawarra and Gladesville and others that they could potentially catch and make safety an absolute certainty. Of course, only last place goes down in NPL Women's New South Wales. Valletta. Phillips against Prakash. You see Ivani Prakash with a headed duel, but she's done that here. And now at ground level, finds Halmerick, but she can't advance, at least not yet. Now plays it into a gap. India Breyer breaking forward. Breyer looks into the penalty area, shapes across. Gooch just wide. A let-off for the Bulls. And they remain only down by one. From the goal kick, Olivia Page. Under the shrug, Barwick-Gray, who is now playing as a full-time striker, it seems. No longer standing at centre-back. Guichon, Phillips. Bouncing ball, Guichon chasing, putting a bit of pressure on Sullivan. Only as far as Valletta. And now Prakash weaving through and setting Halmerick through the right. Fuller's unmarked on the left here. Halmerick wants to go on target seemingly. Fuller arrives. And such was the exaggerated nature of the strike to try and twist on the angle. It's gone out for a throw rather than a goal kick. tell you that UNSW are now up 3-1 away at Illawarra, so it looks as though they'll be retaining top spot on the table for another week, regardless of what happens here. As things stand, they are going 6 points clear at the top of the league, unless the Bulls can find a comeback. And the Bulls, they're running out of minutes to make that comeback a reality. Hogarth Scott. Now Melly onto the head of Page. Halmerick used the body well. Abdul Massi. A looping, bouncing ball needs to be won, and the referee says illegally. The challenge from Halmerick on Hunter. Sarah Hunter wants to restart play quickly. Pops it out to the right. Luchtmeyer. There's Breyer. Clears the ball out over the fence. That's one for the Golfers to go and retrieve. Here's the throw in. Dos Santos. Back to Melly. Indy Dos Santos. Oh, great roll from Luchtmeyer. Squares it to Liz Gray. It's Liz Barwick-Gray. Can't get the shot away. Too many defenders in the road. Just lost the ball between the feet for a brief moment there. Ferris. And it runs away from Guichon. Out for a throw in. We're going to see Harper Pell, the Australia under-17 international, come on here. Who for is the question. It's not quite World Cup rules where the referee only gives you 10 seconds to get off the pitch. And Tiana Fuller has eventually ambled over to the sideline. So Fuller leaves the game, and on comes Pell. It's a winger replaced by a defender. And it looks as though Ruby Sullivan has been moved into the middle of a back five, and Harper Pell is going in at right back. Here's Ferris. High ball bouncing away from Sullivan. Out for a goal kick. And we're down to just 2 minutes of regulation to go.
Let's go, Spirit! Let's go! Come on!
Spirit trying to close out their fourth win in a row. Looping ball. Luchtmeyer. Out comes Robertson. Luchtmeyer got to the ball. And Phillips. Oh, it's deflected wide. They were covering defenders back, and Petria Phillips is foiled. Oh, Tiana Robertson was out of the equation, but her teammates have bailed her out there. So a corner kick. Petria Phillips, having been denied at the near post just a moment ago, trying to set up one of her teammates. Liz Barwick-Gray is up, but even though she won the header, it's a clean save from Robertson. No goalmouth scramble this time. And Tiana Robertson runs to the edge of the box and drives the ball away. Lara Gooch seemingly alone forward now for Spirit. Launches it out for a throw in. No fourth official, so all stoppage time at the discretion of the central referee here. Just keep an eye on him and see if he does signal a number to his assistants or to the benches. Maybe 3, maybe 4 minutes for Bulls. Even a draw vital today, given the battle for the premiership. Here's Luchtmeyer. Sliced away. And that will take us into stoppage time. I think, well, if I'm to interpret the referee, I reckon he said 5, but we'll wait and see. As things stand, Bulls' goal difference is too good for Wanderers to catch them this weekend. They're 3 points ahead of third place Western Sydney. You've got a game in hand. Apia, of course, playing later today as well. They're 5 points back from Bulls as things currently stand. It would be UNSW 6 points clear at the top of the league. Ferris, Valletta. Now Hogarth Scott. Misplaced pass from Melly. Well, completed pass. Sold her short and ended up finding Phillips. Block tackle from Pell, the most recent sub. Marty Garces shouting an instruction. Hunter. Dos Santos has to concede ground. This will Spirit just fine. Dos Santos to Hunter. Hunter with a sweeping cross. Barwick-Gray! Liz Barwick-Gray with a stoppage time equaliser for the Bulls. Great cross from Sarah Hunter. And thrown forward, Liz Barwick-Gray, who scored the match winner in last season's grand final, has shown the championship qualities of the Bulls here. They refuse to give up on this deficit, and they have found a late equaliser. .92nd minute equaliser. There might be a minute or two more. Spirit. Can they surge one more time? Here's India Bryant. Crunching challenge from Barwick-Gray, who, after scoring, has gone right back to the familiar surrounds of centre defence. Melly. Olivia Page retrieves the ball. Sort of game you don't really want to end. Who is going to have one last chance? Could it be the Bulls? Could they perform a stoppage time steal? Hunter, Hogarth Scott, Dos Santos. Can't find a way past Sullivan. Vital tackle, and now it could sling down the other end. Halmerick. She's got India Breyer wide on the left and goes there now. Bulls getting back in numbers though. Halmerick, Abdul Massey, and Melly with a volley away. Petrea Phillips brings the ball down. Jade Guichon only looked by ahead of the ball. Intercepted by Sullivan. Block tackle from Phillips. And now Chinema has played a controlled game on a yellow card for a lot of the afternoon. Here's Harper Pell. The fresh legs off the bench. Lara Gooch. And the ball left behind. Hunter. Guichon outside of the foot, attempting the pass. Follow up from Indy Dos Santos. And across comes Olivia Page in safety first. Clears it into the wall, up to the pavilion. Bulls players on the bench are all on their feet. Such is the nerves in the camp. They couldn't win it, could they? Lookmeyer trying to roll their defender away from Page. It bounces on, and that will do it. What a contest. 4-4 the final score. A match that promised plenty and delivered even more than anyone could have hoped today. A side coming in today in spirit on a 3-game winning streak, and they got to stoppage time in front. And that is after they launched a big comeback in the second half. Both teams spent time in front. Ultimately, neither able to leave as a winner. So just to recap, a hat-trick for Amber Lookmeyer, and the fourth goal, the equaliser for Liz Barwick-Gray, and for Spirit, 2 goals for Sky Halmerick, Ella Abdul-Massey and Lara Gooch, finding the back of the net for them. So, Bulls do lose ground to UNSW at the top of the league, but they will take a lot of confidence out of the fact that they were able to get an equaliser, and as Spirit come off, they will learn that in seniors, Western City Rangers have lost today, and they will be off the bottom of the club championship, at least until the under-23s play. It might still be one more week of waiting for them. It might be enough for them to move out of the dreaded relegation spot. But, well, they played like title contenders today. The issue is that they might have left their run in seniors to get into the top four a little bit too late. That's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the match. My name's Teo Pellizzeri. Thanks for your company. And we leave you with the full-time score. Bulls Academy 4, NWS Spirit 4.